That is RuPaul's House of Love. Great song. Check it out. Peace, love, and light, amigos du planeta. We're back today for another interesting episode with me. We will be talking today about love and love energy and what really is love. So, in my opinion, love is just simply a state in which you feel genuine concern, you feel genuine peace. Love is just simply a state in which there's no perception added to it. Though it does tend to have a positive perception and connotation with it, but I believe at the core, love isn't biased at all. Love has no perception. Love just is. And so I think a lot of people, when we're discussing love energy, a lot of people really don't understand what love is. And a lot of people have a really superficial perception about what love is. For example, a lot of people think that love is very conditional. So if someone says, if you do this for me, then I will love you. Or, you know, if you change this aspect about yourself, then I'll love you more. That's a condition. If you do this thing for me, then I'll give you my love. That's a condition. Love is unconditional. So, I mean, most religions teach that at the core. Though, you know, that's a whole other story. But anyways, yeah, love is at the core of everything, and I believe that love is just unbiased support as well. So, God's love, essentially, you know, in the Bible is very conditional as well. You know, the people had to do this, you know, in order for God to love them, because God was very jealous and He wanted everything His way. And so, in my opinion, you know, that's not unconditional, that's very conditional. So that's what I have a problem with the Old Testament, particularly, within the Christian religion. But it's a whole other story. So, conditions. And so one would say, why do we put conditions on another person? For various numbers of a reason why. You are projecting your own wish on another person, for one thing. So, for example, let's say your goal is to eat healthy. And you're with somebody, you know, or you have a friend, you know, that doesn't eat healthy. And so you start to, you know, convince them you need to eat healthy, and, you know, you start to treat them better when they do it. Or if it's, you know, spouse or love relationship, you might want them even more if they do it. What if they choose not to do it? Suddenly you just don't feel that connection. So it's conditional a lot of the times, and a lot of us live very self-centered lives, and so a lot of times we do like to project our own wishes on another person, because a lot of us really are troubled by our inadequacies, and it's very hard to admit to the individual, okay, this is where I need to work on myself. It's not that I'm bad, it's just to expand my consciousness and my awareness. I need to let that aspect go and learn from it. So, being a conditional person, you have expectations for people, you know, projecting yourself on other people, feeling mad, you know, when things don't go your way, because your conditions were not met. So, a lot of times we have to step outside of ourselves and really just experience love energy, and really try not to judge or hate even, because I mean, people say love and hate, there's duality, yeah, you could say that, but regardless though, love, it's unbiased in my opinion. So hate would be this extreme perception of aggression towards the other, the perceived other in the first place. So that love is just everything's being and coexisting together, and there's nothing good or bad about any of it. So anger is an emotion, we talked about emotions a couple episodes ago, that can really hold us down and really cloud our thinking and our judgment. I mean, you can even say I had my own personal experience with anger. Just, you know, to put it curtly, I wanted to move out of my apartment, and you know, things did not go as planned, and there was miscommunication at the end of the day on both ends. And so when time came, you know, to show, I was unable to get the result that I wanted at that particular time anyway. And so it just affected me, and I was so angry, you know, and I was talking to, you know, the guy dating at the time, that I'm dating now. And he, you know, I just like exploded, you know, because I was so angry. And he says, I'm surprised you're acting like this, you know, because I never expected you to do that. And he said, whoa, you know, I was really acting uncharacteristic of myself, or was I just truly experiencing those deep down emotions, you know? Because I think a lot of times spiritual people tend to have rosy colored glasses and don't want to see the bad, don't want to see the negative. So, and don't want to experience negative. And when negative comes knocking at your door, when these trials and these tests come and they happen to you, how do you respond? Do you get angry and just constrict into yourself? I mean, because when I was so mad yesterday, I mean, I was just feeling so angry, you know, and it was just like, I just felt so tight and stressed and anxious, and just wasn't at a state of peace. So, you know, I really had to step outside of myself and actually practice these things that I'm talking about and that I ascribe to. So it's deep, it's complicated, but the more you understand yourself, the more it's easier for you to get help and for you to figure it out. You to figure yourself out. So yeah, like conditions, you know, and even conditions we place on ourselves too, you know, because at the end of the day, when that angry side of me came out, I almost didn't want to show that. I almost felt like, I mean, to a certain degree, I couldn't help it because it was just so mad. But then when I consciously was aware of my behavior, my actions, and my words, it didn't feel like me, and so you know, I had to really wake up and see the reality of a situation, and not have rosy colored glasses, and not shrink down and become angry because I was faced with a test, or you know, just a situation. And you love how the universe just throws it at you. You're good. You think you've reached this place of enlightenment, okay, and you just think everything's perfect in your world, and then you get this test, or you deal with somebody at work, or somebody says something, and it just sets you off, and it's just like, wait a minute. Let me step outside of myself and handle myself and be consciously aware of my actions and what I'm doing. It's pretty amazing. So love energy is unconditional. So if you're in a relationship right now and you feel like you have to meet someone else's expectations, or you feel like you're not meeting your own expectations even, then it might be time for you to move on and truly be yourself and honor yourself. I always tell people to honor yourself, because when you're honoring yourself, you're loving yourself, you're showing love outward, you are at a place of peace and connection, and you know you're okay, and you know you're doing what's right for your particular path at that moment. So honor yourself. And when we get into these states of awareness, of consciousness, love energy is always there at every state. And often I wonder to myself, you know, how much awareness am I going to experience eventually with this love energy? And I've experienced so many great things thus far, and it's really amazing.